And, I wanted to come talk to you all about something, right? And we're going to get a little deep today, right? So I'm going to wait for a few of you all to come in so we can talk about this. I always talk about spiritual things. And I talk about spiritual things because the spirit is more real than the natural. And I know people, think it's some hocus pocus, but, you got movies showing you all this stuff. You got these Marvel movies showing us all these spiritual things, right? But when we talk about it from the natural perspective, some people think it's hocus pocus. We don't think it's real. We try to deny it. We say if we don't know about it, it can't harm us type stuff. I want to come talk to you all because we need to know this, and we need to know what we're dealing with, right? And I can't believe that people don't think this stuff is real. They think you're spooky, and I don't care if people think I'm spooky. I don't care. When you witness certain things, and when you not witness, witness and experience, you get to a point to where you don't care what people think of you anymore when it comes to the things of the spirit world, right? And I can't believe how, and I'm not here to talk like I'm all this guru or, look, I just know what I know on my level, right? I can't speak for nobody else. I only can speak for what I experienced and what I dealt with and what I'm dealing with, right? But chosen ones, I want to talk to you all. And I want y'all to hear me and hear me well. You have people out here that are watching you. They are watching you. They watch you. They go to your social media profiles. And I did a short on this that went kind of viral, but this is going to be a little more deep. And I want you to know why these people watch you. Right? And you're trying to figure out, well, if they don't like me, if they don't deal with me, if they don't talk to me, why are they coming to my social media? Why are they trying to inquire about me? And I'm going to let y'all know. You're welcome, Bonita. You're welcome. So I want to share this revelation with y'all. See, these people come to your profile. See, social media is the demonic world's playground. Social media is the playground for witches, for people who are trying to keep track of your life, right? Just as social media can be used for good, there are a lot of people out there using it for harm. They are using it for harm, right? And what I was going to say is people who don't have no dealings with you. They don't like you. They never tried to welcome you in their family. They never tried to welcome you in their little clique, in their group. They intentionally made you feel like they made it known you were not welcome. And the reason you're not welcome, chosen ones, from the jump, that's why I say you got to heal to know who you are. When you don't know who you are, you feel bad when people reject you. But when you know who you are, you know that rejection is protection. Right? So these people who have no dealings with you, who don't like you, who never try to conversate with you, who never did any of that. And see, we think something be wrong with us because people don't want to deal with us chosen ones. No. Them demons see that light in you. They see that light in you. So light and darkness can't mix. And some of you all, for years, you tried to get people to like you. You tried to get people to accept and approve of you. You tried to get people to validate you. And they were not capable of that. And they're not capable because you are the light. And light and darkness don't mix. Just like oil and water don't mix. You are the light. Even in your brokenness, when you didn't know who you were. You didn't know who you were. And you were trying to figure out why this person rejected you. Why that person didn't want to deal with you. Why that person rejected you. Why this person, you trying to figure out all that. And it was because of your light. You've been had that light on you, chosen one. And it's okay. But what I wanted to talk about is this right here. People watch and monitor your social media pages. That's why you can't be putting certain things out there. That's why on this channel, I only release what God tells me to release. I only talk about things that I know in my spirit I'm allowed to talk about. I don't get on here telling y'all, oh, I don't feel good today. Today was this. Today my head hurt. Today this, that, and the other. No, I don't do that because I know I have people that are watching my page. I know I have people that are watching my page, right? Watching me. And they're coming to see, and they're coming to check to see if their demonic spells, their demonic rituals are working. So any little inkling, right, of me putting something on here, and this goes for you all too now. You got to watch what you put on social media. Watch who you are attached to. I got a person right now, created a page, different pages, coming trying to monitor me. Monitoring me on my social media profiles. I got them blocked on all social medias, but they'll create another page to come just to spy and look and to see what I got going on. When dealing with these type of people, unfortunately, they carry this monitoring spirit type energy. And they don't mean you well. They don't mean the people that are connected to you well. But what they do is they try to stay connected to the people you are connected to fish for information. To fish for information, to see what's going on in your life. Because they hate you so bad. They're not sure of themselves. They hate the light in you. They hate your resilience. They hate that you're resilient. They hate that no matter what is thrown your way, you take it. And you deal with it. Sometimes it takes that, Yvonne. And people don't understand that the most dangerous person that you can deal with is a person that is so coward, so weak, so unsure of themselves, so demonic, They'll go pay somebody to try to harm you spiritually. They'll try to pay somebody to harm you spiritually. They'll try to give you things. Y'all be careful who y'all receive things from. Be careful who y'all receive things from. Items, purses, clothes, anything. Don't let people just give you all things. Especially people you know don't like you. If you know a person doesn't like you, if you know a person that has lied on you, never take nothing from a person who has lied on you. I don't care what it is. I don't care if they paid $700 for a purse or $500. I don't care what they've paid for whatever. Cologne, anything. Don't take things from people who you know don't mean you well. This for somebody. Some of y'all dealing with stuff right now because y'all got objects in your house from people that they don't put curses on stuff. Y'all got a cursed objects in your house right now that somebody gave you that they don't put an enchantment or a spell or something on it, and you wondering why you having all these crazy dreams. Wonder why you're feeling sick. You're wondering why you are sick. You're wondering why you can't think and keep, remember things. Y'all got to be wise in this time. Be wise in this time. People are not going to understand how you move and why you move the way you move. People only see things in the natural. They see things in the natural. If you say you forgiving this person, why don't you invite them to your house? Why they can't come here? Why they can't this? No. This is not the time. Anybody associated with the person that tried to harm you spiritually, that lied on you, slandered your name, anybody that's associated with these people, you got to tread lightly with them. Yes, bad company corrupts good character, good morals. You got to tread lightly. Don't put your guard down with them either. I don't care who it is. And this is where we confuse things, because we think just because a person was not the one that did the harm to you, they were not the one that slandered you, they're still connected to the evildoer. They're still associated with the evildoer. They still break bread, they laugh, and all that with the person that's after you. Because before long, those spirits that's in that person who tried to harm you, those spirits are going to rub off on the one who's in the middle. People don't be believing this stuff. They think, I can separate myself. Yes, you can separate yourself, but you're bonding. Whenever you're communicating with the person, going back and forth, you're creating a soul tie. A soul tie doesn't have to be anything where it's sexual. You communicating with the person every day. You're creating a bond with them. These people you got to be cautious of as well. You have to be cautious of these people too, regardless of who it is. See, when I talk, people think this excludes family. This excludes blood. This don't exclude blood. Them the main ones you need to be looking at. Them the main ones. Those are the culprits. Those are the wrongdoers in most cases. We got to be wise in this time. I'm not trusting a soul. And I'm not going to over spiritualize the actions of people. Because see, we'll do that. Oh, they just let the devil use them. They had this, they were going through. Yes, they may have been going through something. And I don't disagree. They may have been going through something. But you can't trust them in your space, in your private area, in your home. I'm not trusting anybody who I got to think about in my head that they may do something to me. Or what are they going to do when my back turned? Whenever you have a thought, see, some people are so gullible and naive. Chosen ones, we usually are. Let's be honest. Chosen ones, we are not naive, gullible until we wake up. Until we stop allowing our emotions to run the show and start thinking, letting our brain operate sometimes. Think about some stuff. If I got to think too much about how I should be, how I should act, how things should go around certain people, I don't need to be around them. I don't need to be wasting my energy. I don't give a darn what holiday it is. And that's another thing we do. You treat people bad all year. You don't check on them all year. You don't care. You don't apologize. You don't reconcile. You don't try to right your wrongs. And then the holidays come around and people act as if that's a pass to get together with the demon, with the devil. That's not a pass to get together with a demon. That's not a pass to kumbaya in the moment because it's the holidays. This is foolishness. Oh, this holiday's coming up. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. You got to be with your family. No. I don't have no. We got to stop this perpetual dysfunctional cycle. But I kind of got off my topic. I had to just mention that. But people come and monitor your pages to see if their little witchery, see if their little spells, seeing if their foolishness is working. That's why you got to be careful who you connect to, who you tie to, who you marry. You got to be careful. And I can admit it, we all come from, if you look like me, we all come from some background of trauma and dysfunction. And I've repeated this several times. But that's not an excuse to stay there. There is no excuse to stay in that mindset. There is no excuse. There's too many resources, too much out here to get past certain things, to get through. Some people want to have an excuse to abuse folks. But I'm not giving a person now, where I come from. Now is no, not one, nada. I'm not giving them now excuse. Not one excuse, no excuse to abuse me. And unfortunately, when you finally take a stand, unfortunately, when you finally wake up, people are going to drop off like flies. They're going to run away, and you're going to feel like you're lonely. You're going to seem like you're lonely. Because that's what the enemy wants. That's why God is sending folks spiritual families, right? He's sending people spiritual families so you won't be feeling alone. You won't be feeling lonely, I meant. Because you're going to be alone. We were born alone, but you're not going to feel lonely. Exactly, Patty. Once you're an adult, it's a choice. And we got to be careful. Like, people want to see you down and out so bad. They're preying on your downfall. They want things to go bad for you. They want your children to fall off, and they wishing bad on your children. They want your children to lose their mind. They want your children not to be successful because they're not successful. Their children not successful. So not only are they cursing you, they sitting there cursing your children. And if you're not trying to correct and you haven't repented for the blood from the bloodline curses, that foolishness will work. It'll work. If you're not praying against it, interceding, it'll work. It will. You got family members so evil. And unfortunately, some of your own parents, some of your own grandparents, daddy, mama, don't want you to do good. They don't want you to do better than them. So they'll go to somebody to fix their own children, to try to harm their own children spiritually. They're so wicked, they even got the gall to sit up under the person. This is how bold these spirits are. These spirits are so bold, they can be trying to harm you and have the nerve, the audacity. I don't know where they don't bought that audacity from. Especially now, they just buying audacity everywhere. They got audacity to try to hurt you. Not only that, they got the audacity to try to slander you, make you look bad. And then they see when that foolishness don't work, because you're doing the work on you while they're working on you. While they're doing their work on you, you're doing the work that's in you. And you're rising above this foolishness. Yes. Oh, they'll say that foolishness, Jacqueline. They'll say, I love you. They'll say, I love you, and be a whole demon. They'll say, I love you, hug you, kiss you. And still just don't came. We got to, chosen ones, we got to wake up. We really got to wake up, and we really got to get a backbone. And we have to know what we know. And I understand it's hard because most of us have been gaslit for so long. People make you seem like you're crazy. People do stuff in front of you. This is the audacity of these demons. They'll do things, they'll say things right in front of you and sit there and gaslight you and say, no, they didn't do it. No, they didn't say it. No, they didn't move this. No, they didn't move that. And knowing they did all those things and have you questioning yourself. The first time a person does this to you, you need to run. The first time, see, the thing is, we give people too many chances. We try to wait for the good to fall out of folks. We try to wait for the good, the little potential that we see. And this time here, you got a person with the wicked heart and you got a good heart. It's either the good hearted or wicked hearted. And a good heart is a good heart, regardless. A good heart comes with the truth. A good heart is going to tell you the truth. A good heart is going to come with the truth. An evil heart is going to come with deception, come with agreement, come with an all-time high of audacity, come with this demonic energy and bullying spirit, chaos. Yes, Carolyn, confusion. You never know. When you're dealing with the evil heart, there will always be confusion and division. Even if the person don't tell you they want you to choose. Because see, the enemy always wants you to choose a side. The enemy always wants you to choose a side. That's why everybody's in chaos. You got your groups here, you got cliques here, silos here, you got this group of people represent, you got this group of people everybody got their own groups. They belong to their own little groups. Because they want to feel accepted and included. But one thing about when you got a demonic spirit in the midst, there will always be confusion. There will always be division. And there will always be disorder. Remember that. Somebody put what I just said in the comments here. Yes. Them principalities, Carolyn. Wickedness in high places. But I'm glad that I've experienced what I've experienced, especially with people, so I could know. So I could know. And these monitoring spirits, these people that are being used, they sit and watch your social media. I had one come view my social media, view my other, and sometimes, on certain ones you can see who came in. I had a spirit come in looking and peeking, knowing I don't block this spirit. Now, I don't block it 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times I've blocked this spirit, blocked this person on all social medias. Every last one of them, they block. But then you create another one to come and see. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what you're looking for. And they want attention. That's another thing. These spirits, when you ignore them, they want attention so bad. They'll do anything to get attention. They'll do anything to get attention. Study you, watch you, find out who you are associated with. Try to befriend those people. Try to love the people you love to gain information. Oh, they real slick. These demons real slick. Oh, they real slick. This is why you have to pray. Don't let people fool you and say prayer don't work. Just prayer, only prayer, and no action. Don't let people fool you. That's what the enemy wants, for you to believe prayer don't work. Oh, it works. Prayer is the only way you can fight some of these spirits. Prayer and submission to God is the only way you're going to fight some of these spirits. I'm trying to see at the air. Oh, my air conditioning go out. Prayer is the only way you're going to fight some of these spirits. Prayer and fasting. Doing the work. Because some people swear they little spell's gonna work. Oh, they coming back to watch. I know this one person. They trying to monitor and come back and see, is their foolishness working? It ain't working over here. It's not working over here. They'll come back and see. This is why you praying, you speaking words over your life. You speaking wealth, health, prosperity. You going to the word, finding God's word to pray over your life, to speak over your life. To come against these evil spirits and what they have going on. Find out what God says about you in his word. Oh, because they gonna keep trying. They are going to keep trying. One thing about the devil, he's relentless. He don't give up. You have a period where they stop trying to do their little witchery. Then you'll feel it. It picks back up. It picks back up. This is why you got to stay prayed up. This is why. And these folks will hurt themselves trying to get to you, trying to hurt you. They will harm themselves trying to see you unhappy, making themselves unhappy. But see, this is the difference between an evil heart and a pure heart. An evil heart thrives off confusion, disorder, division. When you're pure at heart, you try to bring peace. You want to get understanding. You want clarity. Like, where did we go wrong? Let me see, did I say something wrong? What did I say? Let me change it. You try to get understanding. You got to keep praying, speaking life over your children. Because these demonic spirits are attacking your children. They'll go to your children, young and old. Young and old. Sit back there and tell lies. And sometimes you're going to have to cut your own children off. I know that's a hard pill for some of y'all. That's one of them prenatal vitamin pills. You know them prenatals? Them vitamins, them big vitamins. Some of you all going to have to cut your own children off. Because of the division and dysfunction that child brings to you. I know it's a hard pill. That's one of the hardest pills I had to swallow. I mean, I had a prenatal. Whole world just spent around, turned, and changed. Because the demonic is working in these children. Especially when there's a parent that's trying to live righteously. That want to do what's right. And I'm not talking about religiously. I'm talking about trying to do what's right. We are in the last days. We are, like they say, our grandparents used to say, oh, we were in the last days when they were coming up. Oh, no, we're in the last days, for real. We are. We are. So much going on. And you can see. It sure didn't, Keisha. You can see it. And it's unfortunately that we got to learn to move with life. Life happens and you learn as you go. My grandmother used to tell me, keep living. Keep living, baby. And I understand what she's saying. I understand what she meant. Because what I thought to be true 10 years ago, what I thought to be true, what I thought to be concrete, and what I thought and how I thought my life was going to be, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Am I saying it's worse or better? No, I'm just saying it's nothing like that. Yes, Carolyn, it really does. It's nothing like that. Because sometimes we create these false realities. And sometimes we put their emotions, and we put, especially the chosen ones, we were taught to put everybody's needs above our own. We were taught to put everybody's needs above our own because of what we've experienced. Everyone experienced their own different trauma. But what we've learned, chosen ones, we've learned to people please. So we put everybody else's needs and wants and desires before our own. We don't even consider us. When we get things, we don't even think about ourselves. When we buy things, we don't think about ourselves. And it's the opposite for the demonic and the toxic folks we have to fight against. They only think about themselves. Isn't that something? How we get caught up with these folks who only think about themselves, what they want, what they need. They're not thinking about when they're slandering you, the relationships that are being destroyed. the division that they're causing. They're not thinking about that. They're only thinking about me, my needs, what I want. I don't like what they said. I don't like what they did. I'm going to go destroy them. They're not worried about any of that. They're not thinking about any of that. They're only thinking about what they can get out of the equation. And chosen ones, when we heal and when we wake up, we're going to realize and we're going to be able to see. Some of you all can see now when people so-called gifting you. They're so-called doing things for you on your birthday, on the holidays. They're gifting you. You know when it's genuine and you know when it's with strings attached. You know it, chosen ones. You know that. What is this person? Why is this person doing this? Oh, yes, Carolyn, girl. Look, Carolyn, you said it. And see, people don't be understanding. The chosen ones, we be getting revelation before things even happen. That's a down payment for foolishness. And you still got to say no. Oh, I had somebody to try me. I had a person, quite a few people to try me like that. And I already knew what was up. I knew what was up and said no. My answer was still no. Try to butter you up before they ask you for something. Instead of being genuine, this one you know it's a wicked heart. A wicked heart does things to get something. When you're genuine, I give. I don't even remember. I don't even be remembering what it is that I've gave or what it is that I've said to someone encouraging until they come back and tell me. Have people tell me, you know, when I was this and I was going through that, you said this and that. I don't remember. And I'm like, I did. And I'm like, yeah. When you do things from your heart, you don't bring it up. You don't list. You don't create a list of all the things you've ever done for somebody from the time they was born. They acting like they keeping a record of the book of life. The toxic folks. They acting like they Jesus. They gonna account for everything they done for you. Exactly, D. Just tell me what you want. Don't try to be slick with it. Don't try to be deceitful. I don't know if y'all, but the spirit of deceit is at an all-time high right now. The spirit of deceit, people doing things behind your back without you knowing, is at an all-time high. One thing I'm not doing in this season, I'm not carrying people's burdens. Only person's burdens I'm carrying is my children that I still care for. Not no adult children. The children that I got to care for. That depends on me. I'm not carrying folks' burdens in this season. I'm not carrying their cares. I'm not going to be concerned about what they put themselves into. Because they don't want to take wise counsel. Chosen ones, we got to stop doing this here. You trying to give folks advice and tell them what it is that you trying to give them wise counsel. You're trying to help them and show them what you got going on. This is the consequences of your actions. These are the consequences of your decisions. To correct this is what you have to do, A, B, C, and D. And they don't want to correct it. Don't bring that foolishness to me. I don't want to hear about it in this season. And I still love you. I still love you. And don't get me wrong, things are going to happen to people even when they're not doing anything to bring forth consequences. That's life. It rains on the just and the unjust. Things happen that's out of our control. But those blatant things that you can see people are doing, and they still choose to do it, and then they want you to come rescue them. They want your prayers. No, in this season, you're going to pray for yourself. In this season, you're going to have to repent, pray, and fast, and get in God's word. You going to have to do the work. You can't ride in on my prayers like we think we can ride in on our great grandma prayers. We can just slide on into heaven. No, we ain't gonna be able to slide on into heaven from great grandma prayers. Now, great grandma prayers protecting us. Great grandma prayers are bringing us closer to God. We're getting it right, but we can't ease in on great grandma prayers and her white handkerchief and her head coverings and stuff that she used to wear back in the day. We can't ease in on that. Not in this season. And that's what people think. We think we can just ride on in. We can't just hoverboard on in on grandma prayers. No. Grandma prayers got us this far. She prayed us this far. Her prayers sustained us this far. Now you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to pick up the torch and carry it. You're going to have to try to live and do what's right and not let your flesh overrule you. In this season. But I talked about quite a few things on here. But my main thing was you got to be careful. Because these people, they're watching you all. This is why when I speak, I try to speak from what is downloaded in my heart, what's in my heart to speak. I don't come and I don't bleed on this channel. I don't bleed. I don't talk about this, that, and the other, and who did me wrong, and this why. No, we learning lessons. Oh, yeah. Jacqueline, give you stuff and throw it up in your face. No, when I see a person like that, I don't never want nothing from them. Because I don't want to be bound to what they have given me. So we can say it was mutual. You gave me, I gave you. And you shouldn't have to be like that because it's not a tick for tack. When you feel you have to be that way, stop accepting gifts from these people. Stop accepting things from them and be honest with them in this season. Stop being indirect in this season. In this season, it's time to it's time to tackle and face things head on, regardless of how people are going to feel about it. We got to have these hard conversations with people, with ourselves, with our loved ones. Hard conversations. We can't ignore stuff. We ignore things too long, too much, and it sits and festers. One thing I said I'm not going to do. I'm not going to try to dictate how people live their life who are capable of making the right decision, who are capable, which means you are a functioning adult who is capable of making the right decision. You know right from wrong. Nobody got time for that. I know I don't. Be stingy with your energy in this season. Be stingy with your energy. You don't have to give it freely to everyone. Smile. Just cut a smile. Because people want to take something from you. They want your words. They want your energy. People would come around and speak to you to try to make you speak to them as a form of control, knowing they don't like you, knowing they hate your guts. But in their little wicked heart, they want to say, watch, I make her speak. Because she got to speak, because these little games people play, don't play them games in this season. You know these demons out playing these games. You go on past them. Go on past them unless God convicts you and tell you, you know you're wrong. Because these demons, they play these games. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Where they try to still control you and make you speak to them, knowing they don't like you. Exactly, Carolyn. Because you know they're playing the game. It's not genuine. And you know what people do? This what they'll do. And you got to be able to recognize the spirit that's being played. They hate your guts. They don't like you because your light is too bright. They wish they could be you. They wish they were more caring and loving like you. Because see, their caring and loving is pretend. Yours is genuine. That's just how you are. And people try to copy that. And they can't copy what's not in them. And they realize that quick. But what people will do, they know they don't like you. You and them in the same room, they ignore you and act as if you're not there. And that's fine with you. Because you know what type of demon you're dealing with. But they try to be so slick and deceitful when other people are around. When it's you, them, and other people, they come all up on you like they friendly with you. Like they talk to you like, and you looking at them like, oh no, you got to call that spirit out. Oh no, we ain't going to be fake. Not today. We're not going to do this today. We're not going to play pretend today. You got to call that spirit out. I'm telling y'all. Call the spirit out. Don't be sitting there so shy and trying to figure out like what's going on. Now she haven't been talking to me. She ignored me every time something, you know. No, this the season. Oh no, we're not gonna play that today. You gotta shock them. No, we're not gonna play that today. Not today, devil. We're not gonna play that. And you put them right on the spot. All them other days, you sit there, ignore me like I don't exist. We're not finna play this because people are here. You got to shock people. I'm telling y'all, chosen ones, we got to wake up. And I'm not saying it to be malicious and mean and, you know, having a cold heart. No. You got to teach these spirits not to play with you. Exactly. Exactly. You do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people will do this and it drives you up the wall. Like, you know, you don't deal. And you sitting there talking to yourself like, you know, you don't deal with me like that. You know, you don't, you know, deal with me. You know, you don't treat me right. You don't treat me right. But then you want to get around a crowd of people because you want to save your little image. And because you don't told people I was the evil one. Right? They'll tell people you the evil one. Then when you around everyone, holiday, funeral, anything that where you got to be around this person, oh, things changed. Oh, they're a brand new person. And you confused in that's part of gaslighting too. You confused in your mind, like, you just was the wicked witch of the West yesterday. You was a whole wicked witch. And now you just this angelic being today or on this day because no. They want, yes, Jacqueline. And we got to call this stuff out. I be praying. I'm like, Lord, give me the boldness to confront this stuff right there on the spot. Ain't no more. Because see, for me, what I used to do, and I still do, because it's just me. Even when I say I'm going to do something, I still back down. But it be frustrating you sometimes, right? It be frustrating you sometimes. But what we got to start doing, I be praying, Lord, give me a backbone. Give me the strength to really not care. See, my thing is, I be caring how people feel. That's my thing. I care how people feel. So I'm very conscious of what I say and how I say things. But I be asking God, Lord, give me the boldness just to call that foolishness out right then and there. I got a friend who's like that. She's very bold. And I thought I was bold. No, she bold. Call it right out. And that's what I want to do. Because you dismantle. Long as that spirit think they can hide, you don't say nothing to it, they keep going on with their foolery. Exactly. They just want your attention, Jacqueline. And when it's like that, and see, these are the type of people we shouldn't subject ourselves to. When you got to be going through all these little mental gymnastics and you got to watch what you say and, go this way. You got to plan out your exit and all that. You shouldn't be around these people. These are the type of people you got to cut off. And I'm not saying you got to just go ahead and cut everybody off and this, that, and the other. That's not what I'm saying. Because everybody's not wicked. I don't believe that. I don't believe everybody is just out and evil. I don't believe that. It is. It can, Joanne. It is. It can be very hard, very challenging to unlearn. But I'm willing to practice. One thing about me, I don't mind practicing. I don't mind practicing. Listen, to keep my peace in this season, I'll use me some baby scissors, some mini scissors. Cut. There's nothing like being peaceful in your spirit. Peaceful when you go home. Peaceful when you get up. Some people got to go through hell just to go to sleep. We got people right now that's listening to me, people in the world, they have to experience going through hell just to lay down and get some sleep from all of the chaos in their life. The people that don't want them to rest, knowing they have to get up and go to work the next day. Just all the chaos and the demonic spirits and energy people got to fight. So at this point in my life, I'm going to get me some rest. I'm going to get me some good sleep. I'm going to be rested. You hear me? Rested. Not only just in my body, but I want my soul to be rested. Because some people, you can go to sleep but still wake up tired. Because your soul and your spirit is not settled. Your soul just up wandering around. No, you can't settle. Yes, Carolyn. And listen, one thing about me, I'm paying attention. I'm taking everything I'm taking heed to everything I'm coming across in the word that I used to just graze over before, or it was routine. No, I'm paying attention. I'm taking heed. And when you start taking heed to the word, always gonna get lonely. Because everybody's not doing the same thing you're doing. That's why you have to find like-minded people. Exactly. People be afraid. They be afraid, Jacqueline. Folks are afraid. They are. They are afraid. That's why the chosen ones are the chosen ones. We bold. We have our issues and weaknesses, but when it comes to truth, we don't be holding back. We don't hold back. We don't hold back when it comes to truth. Oh, we got our weaknesses, but we waking up. I know I had mine. Oh, we waking up. I'm getting me some tough skin, thick skin. We got our weaknesses. We got our faults, flaws. Oh, but we getting stronger in the areas where the enemy once had us beat down, broke down, busted and disgusted. Oh, we rising up in them areas. The areas that we were weak in, oh, we becoming strong. We're becoming strong. We're using discretion now. We're using discretion. We're using discretion and discernment. That's the thing right there. Discernment. Ask God to increase your discernment and listen to your discernment. Don't let folks gaslight you. You know what you know. You know you saw a bird that flew across the sky. You know that bird just flew. That blue jay just flew across the sky. And the person like, that wasn't no blue jay. That wasn't no bird. They do that for a reason. They oppose you and be in opposition for a reason. To get you to question your sanity. That's why most of y'all done went crazy. Be going crazy, cuckoo. Because you let people question your sanity. And their little toxic mind, they'll create some stuff to get you to question yourself. To get you to question yourself. And you around here driving yourself nuts. Exactly, Jacqueline. Set them boundaries. That's how you keep your peace. See, what we do is we try to, when people slandering and lied on us and all that, for some reason, we think we're still supposed to be connected to these people. I don't care who it is. Blood, water, whatever. I don't care. When people lie on you, and I keep telling y'all got to cut these people off. A liar is dangerous. When they lie on you, when they lie on you to try to get people to look at you a certain way. When they try to get people to look at you a certain way. The bad weather. But exactly. They will lie to you. Oh, my grandmother said if they lie, they'll steal. They'll KILL. They'll do it all. These people can't be trusted. Just be you. You don't have to lie and hide. Because I'm not going to lie and hide. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be myself. Exactly. And see, chosen ones, we're notorious for repainting people. We will repaint a person as many times as we need to make them fit in our narrative, knowing they don't show us and we sense they can't be trustworthy. Or we sense they can't be trusted. We know they can't be trusted, but in our heads, oh, that's my mama, that's my, my sister. I got to be there for my sister, although she's a compulsive liar, although she's jealous of me and hate me, always making me feel bad. Oh, I got to be there. Oh, that's my mama. The Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father. Although my mom lie on me every chance she get, turn my siblings against me every chance she get, but that's my mama. You can love your mama right from over there. I love you, ma, but I'm gonna be over here. My bracelet. The indentations. Yes, they love sowing discord. And it's another thing. When you see people that's always sowing discord, you got parents, grandparents, always trying to come between the siblings, always treating one grandchild better than the other ones. You put in certain grandchildren on the pedestal, you treating them better, or you putting them on the pedestal, making them a golden calf above everyone else, creating discord and dissension, confusion and chaos while you ignore the other ones. Those are demons. That's a spirit of confusion you're dealing with. Stop trying to make it something it's not. Stop trying to make it something it's not. These spirits come with a whole lot of other things. And if you don't call this foolishness out, it reaps havoc in the family. Some people still dealing with trauma now. From their mom, their grandparents. Oh, my grandma said this, my grandma did this. Oh, to me it seemed like they treated them better. They treated them, the grandkids of this person, the children of this person, better. Because they got an evil heart, evil spirit. When you know it's intentionally. You can't do nothing if the person don't want you to have access to the grandkids or children. You can't do anything about that. And you got to love who you can love. But when you see that wickedness, that they want one child to feel better than everyone else, that's a demonic spirit you're dealing with. Because that same child, they're going to use that child against the mother, against whomever, to get their way. Because they've invested so much in them as far as the things that they gave. Because see, people don't give. These spirits don't give without attachments. Me giving you everything, right? Ain't gonna say me. The wicked giving you everything. Oh, they giving with strings attached. Oh, they're just buying into, it's an investment. It's an investment, and you gonna hear about it. It's very manipulative, Carolyn. It's very manipulative. It's manipulation to the highest degree. Give you money and do things for you. Oh, I did it for you. I did it. You didn't do it from your heart then. If you can remember everything you don't did for me, You remember everything. Not some things, everything. You know that's demonic. Sometimes I can't even remember what I had for lunch yesterday. But they can remember everything they have done. That's wickedness. That's a wicked heart at an all-time high. I know I did a whole lot for my children. I don't remember everything that I've done. Everything? You're dealing with somebody who's very manipulative. They have time. You hear me? You dealing with somebody who got time. Everything, you know. And chosen ones, I'm going to say this and I got to go. Stop putting unnecessary stress on yourself. I don't care what it is. Stop putting unnecessary pressure and stress on yourself. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Don't try to go out of your way to figure out a way. If you cannot do whatever it is that needs to be done right then and there that somebody's asking you to do, if you can't do it, you can't do it. Don't stress yourself out if you know you don't have the means, you don't have the time. Stop going overboard for people who's not going overboard for you. Unless you're led by the Spirit to do that thing, don't do it. We have to stop going over and beyond. And when we'll burn ourselves out because we want to make folks happy. We want to make sure they got what they need. Sometimes people got to learn how to do what they need to do for themselves. They need to figure out another way. One thing I'm glad I learned at an early age, and I learned this, I'll figure it out. I learned how to figure it out. I don't blame you. Discerning truth. You have to know. Even giving. Because sometimes, and this is what I had to learn. This may not be for everybody, but I had to learn this. When I want to give, I pray. I say, Lord, send me somebody who you want me to bless today. Before I used to give, I'll see somebody on the side of the road and just give. Because that's what I was supposed to, I just felt like I was supposed to give. Or because he was there. Now, whether they're standing on the side of the road or not, I'm led by the Spirit. I don't give nothing unless I'm led. Unless I feel like, unless I'm led, okay, yes, give that person this. And whatever is, whatever the Spirit tell me, that's what I give. Whatever I have on me. They say give everything, I give everything. Give this, I give that. Give this. They say give that, I give that. Because when you give to people, especially those who are not in need, and you're just trying to give just to be kind or helpful, folks will throw that in your face and tell you, I didn't tell you to give me that. And you'll be sitting over there mad. I didn't tell you to do that. Some people have the audacity. That's why I say audacity is up. Interest rates are up and audacity is up. Audacity is right up there with the interest rates. You're just trying to be good because you're a good person. Oh, but I learned. Oh, I learned. I hope my lessons could teach y'all, help you all. Pay attention. Because it'll be thrown in your face so quick. Discerning True 68. Listen, I don't be giving like that unless I'm led. I still give, but if it's not led, I don't do it. I be letting the spirit show me. Because people will be unappreciative, and that makes me more mad than anything. On a person that's ungrateful, you should just go ahead and... No, I ain't gonna say that. But I don't deal with the ungrateful at all. At all. Because, see, it takes energy and thought, right? It takes your energy and thought and a person consideration to think of you and do something nice for you. Even if it's a small thing and you turn around and you don't appreciate it, you ain't got to worry about me again. Ever. Ever. Unless the Lord come down and say, you know what? Help that person. Help them. This ain't no verse. This is just speaking life. Nevertheless. You go find the verse and you bring it back to us, that match. Ever. Because they'll sit right there and be unappreciative and tell you, I didn't tell you to do that. And you don't went out your way, you trying to. And they right too. They are right. They didn't tell you to do it. And you wasn't led by the Spirit either to do it. So you did that in vain. Because you did it for an ungrateful person. You ever notice when certain people give, and I've noticed it quite a few times, when you give to people that you're led, right, to give to, some people be so shocked and they were like, this is exactly what I needed. That's when you know you're being led by the Spirit to give. They don't know that God touched your heart to give you. You know, they don't know what was going on in your heart or God was dealing with you for. And you went and gave them what it is that God put on your heart to do and give. I've done it plenty of times. They be like, well, how did you know I was needing this? This is when I really started operating and waiting to be led instead of just giving, because sometimes, let's tell the truth. Shame the devil. Let's tell the truth. This life, this real life. Sometimes you all just give out of brokenness. You gave to people please. You gave to make yourself look like you are a good person, which you are a good person, but you want people to see that you're a good person. So you're going to give, you're going to do and go overboard for people. Because you want people to see you in a certain light. Let's tell the truth. Shame the devil, chosen one. Let's tell the truth. We truthful over here. We take a responsibility for our own happiness, success, and freedom. And in order to take responsibility, we have to acknowledge the things that we do. We have to acknowledge the behaviors. We have to acknowledge that we need to unlearn things. We need to heal. And it's okay. That's why we're here. No judgment zone. But we're going to speak truth over here. We're going to speak truth. We go all out for people over around the holidays. We don't, what are they? Broke the internet in the bank account. In a bank account. We don't broke the internet going out trying to buy this for this niece, that nephew, this. I'm a good gift giver. You a good gift giver. Because you want people to see you in a certain way. You want people to know you the chosen one. Because you're not operating out of that aware mindset. You're not aware of what you're doing. You're doing it because you've been taught to do certain things a certain way, to people please, to have people look at you a certain type of way. And chosen ones, in all of that gift giving, you're a good gift giver. You're considerate. You listen to people and what they talk about they want, what they talk about they like. You listen to what they desire. You don't get people what they think they want. You get people what they would like because you listen to them. Even in all of that, chosen one, they still have the nerve to be ungrateful. Yes, Carolyn, that's just what it was. Hey, Nancy from Texas. Even in all that consideration, and some of y'all used to feel so bad. You feel bad because you were so thoughtful and you were so attentive. Hey, Tyrinia, you were so thoughtful and attentive. And them jokers, I said jokers, yeah. Where I come from, we say that a lot. Them jokers still have the nerve to be ungrateful. Or tell you did that. I didn't ask you to do that. It's just the ungratefulness for me. If ever I do something for a person, they got 2 times. I'll give you 1. Exactly, Jacqueline. You know when you gave it to the right person because they'll appreciate it regardless of what it is. One thing about me, you got 2 good times to show me. I'm sorry, I can't give you no more passes. I used to give people plenty of times. You got 2 good times to show me you ungrateful about something I do, whether it's take you out to eat or do anything, like offer anything. Oh, you got to worry about me. I'm not going to do it for you again. I'll do it for everybody else who seems to appreciate it, but I won't do it for you. Because you didn't appreciate it. Nope. I'm not going to go out my way. You got 2 good times. Because I don't need all that ungrateful energy. I don't need all of that in my space. Being ungrateful, entitled. Oh, you gonna do this for me. Oh, you gonna do that. Oh, no, we don't operate like that over here. Nope. And sometimes people got to miss things. Things have to be taken away from people in order for them to appreciate it, unfortunately. You got to take things away from people, deny people things. Because sometimes people get too used to things. Like they say, you don't appreciate the little one-room apartment until you have come out of a place of homelessness. If you haven't been homeless, you appreciate the one-bedroom apartment. Until you have gone without shoes, you would appreciate having one pair of shoes instead of 30. Until you have been without food, you will appreciate just having sandwich meat and crackers. And that's what I think is wrong with most of the world today. They're ungrateful. Most of the people in the world are ungrateful. They got more than they need and still ungrateful and unhappy. I be thankful for everything because I know it could be worse, especially in these times. And these times, many people are one paycheck away from being on the streets, one sickness away, one car accident away. And I pray that no one on this channel or who comes in later have to experience any of these things or will experience any of these things. But I just want to put things into perspective. I know you are, Nancy. I'm sure you are, dear. I'm sure you are. It seems like you're thankful. I can feel your I can feel your appreciation that you typed in the thing. I can feel you're thankful. But people got to understand, this is why I'm so against being ungrateful. Because in this world, people just want more. It's like it's being promoted to want more. And there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want, I'm not against that. My thing is just being grateful for what you have. Being grateful for what you have. Because the little that you do have can be taken away. So many people are so spoiled, rotten to the core. To the point that they can't live without one thing that they want. If they don't have a want, one little thing that they want, if they don't have that, they blowing off the handle. If I had to wear the same outfit every day, I'll wear it to the best of my ability. Every chance I got, I'll rinse it out every other day. Depends. Hang it out to dry. And be appreciative. Because I wouldn't have, been appreciative of the one outfit because this could be taken away. That's how I think. Being appreciative of what I have, because even a little I have, that could be taken away. I didn't mean to get all on that, but I guess somebody had to hear that. But you all, I talked about so many things. I started out talking about one thing, ended up a whole... I ended up way down yonder, like the old folks used to say. Look, I ended up way over yonder. Y'all know that language? I'm sure if y'all got an old grandmother, especially a southern grandmother, they say yonder, over yonder. That's an old word. That's an old word, but it's here, it's in me. Can't get it out. Well, they say you can take the girl out the country, but you can't take the country out the girl. But they say hood, but country. Yeah, it's attitude of gratitude, Carolyn. That's my whole MO. I haven't complained. I don't know, last time I complained about something.